In, and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Let's try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In, and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Let's try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In, and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Let's try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In, and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Let's try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In, and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Let's try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In, and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Let's try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In, and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Let's try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone. That is a touchdown.
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First right kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First right kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First right kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First right kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First right kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First right kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Let's try a kick. Goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Let's try a kick. Goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Let's try a kick. Goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Let's try a kick. Goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Let's try a kick. Goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
And a pleasant good evening and welcome inside Portsmouth Abbey Rink in Portsmouth, Rhode Island. It's another edition of Rhode Island High School Hockey as the Barrington Eagles taking on the Prout Crusaders. We thank you all for tuning in this evening on Fans Only Sports Network. Matt Ellis here on the broadcast with you as we take you through all the action today. Barrington coming in, as you saw, at 4-7-0 overall in the season. Prout coming in 5-3-0 as Prout trying to keep themselves in the conversation for being in the top 4 in the state. And the Barrington Eagles are climbing from where they were at the start of the season. Barrington in the all yellow, Prout in the all gray. As the Barrington Eagles will go with Dominic Bruzy in net. Tonight, we will see who Prout goes with. Our guess may be Angelo Evangelista, as he's gotten a bulk of the work lately. And tonight's game is brought to you by Joseph Lammy, attorney at law, 696 Reservoir Avenue in Cranston, Rhode Island. Visit josephlammy.com for more information, and by our elite recruits with access to 3,000 schools and 80,000 coaches across 38 NCAA sports. For athletes looking to play at the next level, be seen by being a part of our elite recruits. It is Owen Glass in net for the Crusaders. "15 minutes on the clock. Puck dropped and we're underway. Barrington gets the first possession, trying to move that one up through, and that's the 22 of Trevor Snow. Tracked back here, and that carried out of the blue line area quickly on the 4 of 8 and Forcier. Forcier takes that one all the way down. Good first shot and a save made by Bruzy. They cycle around the backside boards. Snow pinning Forcier with the 9 of Costello. As he comes out with it, shoots one, and a kick save made by Bruzy. Came right back out again. Bruzy, another save, and he holds on to that one. So 3 shots for Prout in the first 45 seconds of play. And 3 saves for Bruzy. Quickly carried through the neutral zone. Attempted to be moved along there by Cody Wood. Right down in front, and an opportunity for Connor Hayes, and that one gets kicked away by Glass. Back out in front, and an opportunity in a second attempt. And both of those saved by Glass. Came back in front again, and Barrington peppered the zone before it's flicked back. Eric Hall chases it defensively. Big hit at center ice area. No call from the referee. And this one will scoot all the way down, and no icing will be called. Mark Belcher. Off the side boards as it scoots away from the 11 of Cole Vieira and is chased by Prout. Along the side boards, Vieira tried to get over to that one. Tried to tap that one free, was looking for Christian Vieira. Christian Vieira around the backside boards. As he'll ricochet that one around to the blue line, kept in and wide of Bruzy. Cole Vieira all the way down, and a whistle and a stoppage of play, and icing is the call. Face-off won by the Crusaders. Tracked far side boards and poked out of the zone defensively by Barrington, is trying to carry that one up the ice. Was the 6 of Adam Gorman. Back into the neutral zone for the Crusaders, picked off as it's tried to be sent in by Drake Almeida. And offsides whistled. Eagles moving this one through, was looking for the 19 of Connor Helm. Ten is Tucker Squires as Christian Vieira works with him along the back line. Sorry, that is the 15 of Trent Sen. Sen along the backside boards as he whipped that one around. Looking for Chase Watts. Came right back out in this center poke check opportunity. Watts couldn't get a stick on it, neither could Sen. Kept in by Vieira at the blue line. Far side corner, came right back out in front, opportunity for Sen. Delayed offsides negated. And icing will get called. Ten left to go here in the first. No score. That was a good save made from Bruzy. Carried down by Jackson Reeves. And kicked away by Glass. Big hit on the backside boards as the puck wraps around, can be picked up and carried by the 22 of Trevor Snow. Dispossessed at the blue line. Opportunity the other way and a long distance attempt from the 4 of Forcier, and it's kicked aside by Bruzy. .842 left to go here in the first. This one will be taken by the 17 of Luca Malari. Malari gets that one forward, and it's picked up by Mark Roberts. Roberts takes a shot. That one gets sticked aside before it even reaches Bruzy. In the neutral zone, good pickup by Hayes. Hayes into the back corner, and he's dispossessed smartly. That can be looped around the backside boards. And it was a 27-on-17 as it was the 17 of Malari back there defensively, and that one deflects up off of the stick of Gamba. Hits the backside glass, will be brought down by Watts. Around again for Watts, and Glass is able to kick that one to the corner. Comes back up top of the blue line. Good shot from Cody Wood. Barrington peppering Owen Glass in net. as it scoots out onto the stick of Karamidas. Mason Karamidas all alone. Now finally gets some help in the zone from Andrew Noel. But Karamidas run into the boards is dispossessed by Wood. Wood tangles up with a wrapping around Andrew Noel. And the puck comes off onto the stick of Eric Hall. Hayes. And up into the net in a stoppage of play with 6:55 left to go. Coming up Friday on Fans Only Sports Network, Warwick versus Mount St. Charles, East Greenwich versus Smithfield, Bishop Hendricken, Moses Brown, and LaSalle against Xavier, Connecticut. All those games Friday right here on fansonlysports.com. Two of those games, the Warwick and the Bishop Hendricken games, create a doubleheader at Thayer Arena as they're both home games. Into the back corner for Trevor Snow. Pops back out for Vieira. Vieira as he dumps that one down for Adam Gorman. Gorman had it bounce off of the boards, and this one's going to come all the way down. No icing called, but it takes a weird ricochet off the backside board and some extracurriculars after the play. As now everyone will do-si-do around. The referees will get into the middle of it. Bruzy makes the stop. Oh, face-off will come down to Bruzy's right. Won by LeBreche as he cycles that one around the backside boards. Pops off with a three of Gamba defensively. Gamba is going to kick this one again as he battles with Cole Vieira. For Gamba. Slot pass and a great shot attempt from the opposite side. Logan Addison trying to get into the mix as Addison's going to pick this one back up. Addison comes back in and a kick saved by Bruzy. And we apologize for the little bit of signal hiccup in the hills of Portsmouth. Not very many hills, but there are some. For the 17 of Malari. Off of the sideboards. This one's going to come all the way down. It is from the other side of the red line, so we'll get that icing and a stoppage of play. .5:17 left to go here in this first period. No score on the board between two sides. Both battling for a potential top 4 spot. And it seems kind of funny in talking about the way the Barrington season has been that you could talk about Barrington and top four, but that is the way that 4 down through 12 is so compressed in the standings right now. One win will completely change the direction of where you are in the season. Around the backside boards for Watts. Watts ping-ponged it as he looked for Hayes. We'll go back into the middle. Outstretched of anybody from Prout. It lands onto the stick of Cody Wood. And his attempt to put it back into the zone is cleared into the net. So we'll get a face-off at center ice. Trevor Snow as he tangled with Forcier. Aiden Forcier tried to get that one down for Burnett. Off of his stick as it comes back defensively, Trevor Snow, and that attempt is up into the net and out of play. Now face-off to the right side of Owen Glass. Glass, the junior goalkeeper. Saw him in the opening of the season, and then there was a switch to Evangelista for a moment, and then now Glass getting some time back in between the pipes. pinned along the sideboards for a moment. Almeida gets this one up for Wood. Wood right through the center as it bounced off of the stick of snow. And trying to reach for it is Gorman, and he's got his legs cut out from underneath him. Aiden Forcier trying to drag for Burnett. Burnett gets chased to the corner. Comes right back out across as Forcier is all sorts of tied up and finally gets a shot from the blue line that can be snagged by Bruzy. I think Prout wanted a penalty there as Aiden Forcier got tied up, and then in the spin around, it looked like might have been the 18 of John Gaffney who got tied up as well, too. As the aforementioned, and that is this time the 19 of Jackson Reeves chasing one. Mark Roberts against Ben Lebreche. Lebreche wins. And pitched it back for Vieira. Vieira around the backside boards. Picked up by Tucker Squires. Squires off to the races. Has help with him, but Squires goes length of the ice, and then save made by Glass. Offside, delayed, as the puck was caught up in the wickets of the 22 of Mark Belcher. .307 left to go here in the first. As the faceoff won by the Crusaders is kept down in their offensive zone around the backside. Trying to poke at it is Eric Hall. Hall gets that one free up for Trent Sen. Sen knocked off of the puck smartly by Gamba, but Gamba could not hold control of it as it scoots its way into the backside corner. For Sen. Around to Hall. They come back across to Sen and Connor Hayes in the mix as it's taken away by Karamedes. No tripping call as Karamedes went for a slide right in front of the linesman on the blue line area. That may have caught a piece of the post as it came across from the corner. Karamedes again pop shot, and that one goes wide. Two good shots from Mason Karamedes. Looking back out in front, they were trying to get Nick Gamba streaking through. Instead, it's Chase Watts. Watts will dump that one all the way around for Sen on the opposite corner. Poke checked over top of the stick of Carmone. It will skate all the way back. Mishandle there as Vieira tried to pass it across, and coming away with it instead is Addison. Logan Addison round the back corner as he goes out. Trying to get that one for the 36 of Don McKiernan. Vieira up the sideboards for Almeida. Came back in a save by Bruzy as it got slotted across from Tyler Simo to McKiernan. Popped up and kept in the zone, Brady Mata. Big hockey hit right in the area of the circle as Addison got taken down by the 22 of Snow. And now he's going to get hit from behind, and that's Mata getting hit this time. As the puck comes back into the neutral zone. A dump and clear from McKiernan allowed Prout to make a line change. Barrington's going to chase this one. Cameron Hayes. Hayes back up top for Wood. Wood through traffic. Save made by Glass. Wood is back up in the slot opportunity if they can get to him. LeBrecht trying to cycle for it. So too is Hayes. Hayes can't get a hold onto that one. It's taken away from him. Sent all the way around. And Forcier has it right across the blue line. Aiden Forcier will track this one down through into his back corner. Caleb Burnett as the horn sounds and ends the first period of play. Plenty of shots, no goals on the board. Barrington and Prout zips after one. You're watching Rhode Island High School hockey on Fans Only Sports Network.
The ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
In, fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Let's try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
The ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
In, fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Let's try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
Zips after one. As we're back underway here in the second period of action, thanks for tuning in this evening on Fans Only Sports Network. Barrington Eagles, Prout Crusaders from Portsmouth Abbey Rink in Portsmouth, Rhode Island. And this one is going to go up over top of the head of Adam Gorman. Off of the backside board comes for Luca Malari. Tapped away by Snow. Snow flicks one, and that one floated knuckleball style just past the goal. Had Owen Glass fooled for a moment. Wrap around from Almeida. Back of the blue line as it was sent by Squires. Hit off of a few Prout legs on its way back to the stick. I believe that was the three of... No, sorry, my apologies. I'll check that. It was the two of a player that we don't have listed on our roster right now. For the 17, who is Luca Malari, as he gets that one to the 6 of Mark Roberts. We know those players very well. As this one scoots all the way down the ice, and icing will be called. Tonight's second period action brought to you by Joseph Lammy, attorney at law, 696 Reservoir Avenue in Cranston, Rhode Island. Visit josephlammy.com for more information. And by RR Elite Recruits, with access to 3,000 schools and 80,000 coaches across 38 NCAA sports. For athletes looking to play at the next level, be seen by being a part of RREliteRecruits.com today. First game of the week. Of course, a bevy of games to come on Friday and Saturday. You can check that out by following us online. Fans Only Sports. That's fansonlysportz.com. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Snapchat, whatever you have, at FOSPORTZ. And as always, for anything hockey related, follow us on Instagram at ri.hockey. That's an Instagram account that is at ri.hockey. Owen Glass making the save on a streaking Barrington set. Well, the 15 of Trent Sen and the 28 of Chase Watts. For Wood. across to LeBreche, and that one is deflected right into the glove of Glass and a stoppage of play. Crusaders win the faceoff, pin this one to the backside boards, but it pops back out for Cole Vieira, and Vieira stuffs that one on Glass, and it's taken away to the opposite side for a save by Bruzy, as right on his doorstep is the 21 of DJ Ricchino, and Bruzy makes another save. Starting to look like a game of who scores first. Might end up walking away with this one tonight. A tricky little spot to be in. And a warning given by the referee to both players on the back side of the circle. The 9 of Caleb Burnett, the 21 of Christian Vieira, for encroaching a little too far before the faceoff. Hard shot up over top as it hits the back glass. Down in the corner, a rugby scrum has ensued for Forcier, and that one got a piece of the arm of Bruzy. All the way around for Malari, came off of him. The opposite 17 is Almeida. Drake Almeida fires one, kick save by Glass. Did not get the ricochet off the boards they were looking for, as Gorman was standing back there, and he got sent a puck from Snow. Wrapped around the backside again, Gorman has it pounce over him. Almeida trying to pick that one up as it bounced away from him. Gamba trying to clear out of the zone, only got as far as the red line. Eric Hall was able to pick that one right up. Connor Hayes, as Hayes pushes around the backside. Hayes bumped in the corner, will get it free for Hall. Good puck circulation from Barrington inside of the Prout defensive zone here. This is not on a power play by any means, and they're going to get an icing and a stoppage of play, as the Crusaders just had to clear out the zone to be able to get a line change done. A long line change in the second period for the Crusaders as they're upside of their bench. We will get the longer intermission between the second and third periods. They'll resurface the ice before we play the third. Just one resurfacing in high school hockey, unlike college or the pros. 8-on-8 as Hall battles against Costello. Hall comes to the better of it for a moment before it comes right back out in front. Got underneath him, score! Keep at it, keep at it, keep at it. It'll finally maybe come to fruition for Max Costello and the Crusaders. It does. As third poke check is the charm. And the Crusaders are on the board, and they have the first goal of the evening. It's 1-0. So the sophomore Max Costello picks up a goal. And here come the Crusaders again. And that one is an open net opportunity for Roberts. That just went a little bit wide of him from Mark Belcher. Cody Wood, as he looks for Eric Hall, trying to get it poke checked past Noel. They give the assists to Simo and Belcher. As LeBreche tries to fire one, shot Score! Honors even as it came back on to the stick of Jake Cox. My apologies, Trent Sen. Looking at the wrong roster sheet for a second there. So LeBrecht, the rebound by Glass, and Sen puts it home. Vieira. Cole Vieira with the push. Christian Vieira trying to dispossess. As this one will get wrapped around. Gamba along the boards. Gamba bumped down. Cole Vieira in the mix on that play too. Streaking through comes the 10 of Caramita's save made as on the doorstep was Gamba. Face-off won by the Eagles, brought back out through the neutral zone. Adam Gorman as he tries to work that one down through. Dispossessed by the 24 of Logan Addison. Addison tried to loop it around. He could not. McKiernan got in the way. That one dropped down off of the elbow of Gamba right in front of his own goaltender, and Glass was aptly able to push it away. Dangerous situation there for the Crusaders for a moment. For Wood. On the corner again for Almeida. Gorman. Backside boards out to Almeida again on the backhand of Wood. And he was unable to pull that one up. Addison winds, fires into the breadbasket, and a catch save could be made by Bruzy. .8:20 left to go here in the second. After a scoreless first, one goal each side here in the second period. So we stay honors even. Popped off of the backboards. Watts was looking for Hayes. Glass around the backside of his own net. Will be carried by Forcier. Forcier takes that one all the way down, and Bruzy will hold on for the save. As I mentioned, coming up Friday on Fans Only Sports Network, Warwick versus Mount St. Charles. East Greenwich versus Smithfield. Bishop Hendrick and Moses Brown and LaSalle against Xavier, Connecticut. All those games right here on Fans Only Sports Network. Action starts 5 p.m. Eastern Time at fansonlysports.com. Connor Hayes dragging one and trying to send it back the opposite direction was Watts. LeBrecht could not win the faceoff against Malari. Roberts. Hard shot kicked away by Bruzy. Costello. And an open net as he sent it wide. And then that time it gets flicked up into the net on the backside from Belcher. We'll get a stoppage of play. And that one actually dropped behind the glass. I got a fresh piece of rubber from the bench. Roberts kicked off of that one as it's carried out of the zone by Sen. Bruzy, another kick save, and then another save as Roberts tries to come from the opposite side after he got peppered from Costello, and now a third shot is kicked away, and the net off of its moorings will stop play. Faceoff will come outside of the blue line. As it's poked up at first by the 6 of Gorman and then tapped away by Andrew Knoll. Out for the 10 of Karamidas. Almeida. Off of him as it's pushed back into the zone by Knoll. Could not be cleared by Gorman. Riley Smith around the backside boards was looking there for Karamidas. Comes back out up center, and a great block by Tucker Squires as it releases Gorman. And a huge hit right at the Zamboni doors, and a Prout player is down on the ice. Yeah, it looks like one of the Prout coaches takes a little step out onto the ice, and his teammates are just going to get him up and try to help him off. It looks to be the 5 of Tyler Samo. Was the player that was injured on that play. Eric Hall. Prout carries it around the back side, taken away by Almeida. Drake Almeida in distance, 17 on 17 for Luca Malari to dispossess him as he just crossed into the offensive zone. Gorman in the middle of 3 gray jerseys will pop that one onto the pads. 30 rebound score, Adam Gorman. It's 2-1 Eagles. Gorman flicked that one right down on the pads of Owen Glass. It took a dirty rebound, came right back, and as he was slotted to the side, he had the whole entire left side of the net open, and Gorman dunked it home. 5 left to go here in the second, and the Eagles have stomped out to their first lead of the game. Prout with a little bit of work to do now. Comes around the back side, stretched out for Mata. And a whistle and a stop to play, and we're going to get an icing call. His game is brought to you by Joseph Lammy, attorney at law, 696 Reservoir Avenue in Cranston, Rhode Island. Visit josephlammy.com for more information, and by RR Elite Recruits, with access to 3,000 schools and 80,000 coaches across 30 NCAA sports. For athletes looking to play at the next level, be seen by being a part of RREliteRecruits.com. Caleb Burnett, as he tried to push that one around the backside, and it popped up along the net, but able to be cleared away enough by Bruzy. Aiden Forcier. Forcier sends one right off of the ankle of Squires. Hayes. And it slides past on a kick out. Glass may have just made the biggest save of the game he could possibly make. As off to the races there was Connor Hayes on a one-on-one. Flicked up by Wood, back into the offensive zone for the Eagles, pushed back by the Prout defense. As they cycle through the neutral zone, Forcier will dump that one. Horseshoes around, stopped on the backside boards by Bruzy. Carried by Wood, dispossessed of that one as it drops down for Costello. Costello over-skated by Ricchino. Delayed offsides negated. They'll exit out of the zone. It's taken away by Hayes. Hayes will roll that one onto the glove of Glass for a stoppage of play. Three and change remaining here in the second. We'll get the longer intermission of about 10 minutes come the end of this period as they'll resurface the ice before we play the third. Hayes. LeBreche for Trent Sen. As it's pulled off of the boards by Hayes again. Still kept in for Barrington. Now finally poked back into the neutral zone. Roberts tries to push that one for Costello. Will only get 3 feet across the blue line before it's dumped back by Vieira, and that one taken all the way down as Glass has to make a save on an approaching Ben LeBreche alongside the 26 of Cam Hayes. Another shot and another save from Glass, that time flying off of the 22 of Trevor Snow. Almeida. Tapped forward for Gorman. Collected off of the backside Glass by Snow. Snow is still trying to clear the zone, came right back out. Bruzy has to make a save on a hard attempt that came from the outside corner and trying to make a second attempt as Bruzy comes diving out for this one. Andrew Noel just peppered Dominic Bruzy twice. Christian Vieira. Pinned along the apron on the backside of the net. Hits the linesman boot. As it's moved around for Hayes. Hayes tried to poke that one past Malari. Could not. Malari fires one, and that one goes wide and around the backside boards. It will go before it's picked up and carried back. Trying to get back to Malari, waiting at the point as it's pushed along by the 13 of Riley Smith. Mason Karametis in the middle of that as it's taken away and sent down the ice smartly by Tucker Squires. Malari from the neutral zone and back in as Malari's bodied out to the boards on the back side. Hayes tries to defend that one against Gamba's shot attempt, and it hit traffic. As that time it will bounce through to Bruzy. Can they get around the backside? No! Dominic Bruzy making another post save, and he's got Forcier and company absolutely dumbfounded. .43 seconds to go. As that one gets fired hard and ends up instead onto the stick of Almeida. Almeida headed the other way, stretches out and gets pushed wide. Had a little bit of help from Trevor Snow. Comes back the other way for Addison. Forcier. Addison in front. They were looking for Burnett. Across the blue line, offsides negated as it was touched by Barrington. Came off of the Bruzy's glove and then hit the crossbar. As this will go all the way down and be shepherded aside by the Crusaders defense, it will hit the buzzer and end the period. 2-1 Eagles. After 2, they'll take the break to resurface the ice, so we'll take the break ourselves. You're watching Rhode Island High School Hockey on Fans Only Sports Network.
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First try kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First try kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First try kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First try kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires. Deflected. No. Rebound. Score!
The handball shot off the post. Score!
First try kick. Goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher. Shot. Score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires. Deflected. No. Rebound. Score!
The handball shot off the post. Score!
First try kick. Goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher. Shot. Score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires. Deflected. No. Rebound. Score!
The handball shot off the post. Score!
First try kick. Goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher. Shot. Score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires. Deflected. No. Rebound. Score!
The handball shot off the post. Score!
First try kick. Goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher. Shot. Score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires. Deflected. No. Rebound. Score!
The handball shot off the post. Score!
First try kick. Goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher. Shot. Score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires. Deflected. No. Rebound. Score!
The handball shot off the post. Score!
First try kick. Goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher. Shot. Score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires. Deflected. No. Rebound. Score!
The handball shot off the post. Score!
First try kick. Goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher. Shot. Score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Comes in, fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Comes in, fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
As we welcome you back for third period action here on Fans Only Sports Network, and the Barrington Eagles 2-1 over the Prout Crusaders. As we were taking a look at some stats in the intermission, and we're going to keep some of that in our back pocket until later in the game. But there are some interesting things that could develop if our scoreline should hold. Aiden Forcier, as that one is kicked away by Bruzy on a big reach. And another kick saved by Bruzy as Caleb Burnett sends one on. You can hear the yells from the Prout bench. Coaches trying to yell, get there, as the puck was open along the side boards. Kept at the top of the line by Burnett. Fired, hit off the backside glass, and then sent again. And Forcier had that one go wide. Wild ricochets off of that backboards today. Both in the first and third, as Bruzy had to make saves both times. Into the back side of the 28 of Watts. Kept in at the blue line by Costello. Now finally poke checked back into the neutral zone. Connor Hayes and Chase Watts as Hayes loses his twig and it slides along to the boards. Eric Hall will chase this one defensively for the Eagles. Cross for Wood. Off the dasher board, it dropped down into the neutral zone as Vieira was standing right there. Hall all the way down, wide open. Connor Hayes. Hayes off to the race and score! Bar down! Connor Hayes with the exclamation point. And this game is stretched a little now as the Eagles pick up an insurance goal, and it's 3-1. Face-off won by Cody Wood. For LaBreche. Round the back side, Hall. Back to LaBreche again, but it's poke checked away and carried out of the zone this time by a streaking forward, Luca Malari. And it's swallowed up by Bruzy. 12:57 left to go in a game that we have not seen a penalty called yet in this game. Disciplined hockey between these two sides. Barrington outplaying the Prout Crusaders right now 3-1. A rugby scrum along the side boards, trying to kick it out of it as LaBreche. It ends up instead on the stick of a gray jersey. As it was tried to be moved by Andrew Noel, dispossessed from him. Tucker Squires. Malari. Cross-ice attempt that came from the 10 of Karamidas, and that one got whacked away by the defense. I don't think Bruzy saw it. Slid a little bit behind him. Line changes ensue, and now this one will get poked all the way back down. Malari drops one for Gamba. Looped hard around the backside boards for Noel. Prout finishes off their line changes. This one's going to go all the way down. Icing is going to be the call. A nice stoppage of play. Take another look at the schedule coming up on Friday. Game time starts 5 p.m. Eastern Time with Warwick and Mount St. Charles. East Greenwich and Smithfield follow at 7. LaSalle Xavier at 8. You can catch all those games right here on fansonlysports.com, your home for Rhode Island high school hockey. Looped around for Tyler Simo. And that one will be held by Bruzy as it got flicked out of the corner from the 9 of Caleb Burnett. Simo calling for it back at the blue line. Scrum in the corner. Can finally be popped free. First to Almeida, then to Gorman. Dispossessed at the blue line. No offsides as they thought it might have poked back across. Barrington left it sitting there. That's deflected. As it will be chased by Simo. Forcier as he carries through the neutral zone. Forcier splitting the wickets past Wood. Outstretched blocker pad from Bruzy. As it comes back around, kicks off of his knees, and he will slide over to the side and stamp his glove on it. The nerves of the Barrington faithful to our left and right will become evident more and more over the final 10.5 minutes of this period. Today's game on Fans Only Sports Network brought to you by Joseph Lammy, attorney at law, 696 Reservoir Avenue in Cranston, Rhode Island. Visit josephlammy.com for more information. And RR Elite Recruits with access to 3,000 schools, 80,000 coaches across 38 NCAA sports. For athletes looking to play at the next level, be seen by being a part of RREliteRecruits.com, as that is swept by Mark Roberts down into the defensive zone for the Eagles. Hard wraparound from Tucker Squires as he gets it for Cole Vieira. Vieira slotted that one across, was looking to get onto the stick of Hayes, and instead was dispossessed from it, though thrown into the boards was Gamba to create a dispossess, and headed the other way was Vieira and Hayes. Back in the center, and that one deflected off of someone's leg pad as it was sent by Squires. Squires goes off for a line change as it brings the aid of Eric Hall back onto the ice. Turning and caught right in the chest was a rifle from Connor Hayes. Nine and a half left to go here in regulation, and the Eagles added an insurance goal for 3-1. Spinorama and LeBreche could not get a full piece onto it. Reaching back is Cody Wood to steal that one away, as the puck is just going to get ping-ponged around from both sides, and this one's going to scoot all the way down on glass, so that will negate any icing, and he will hold it as Barrington checked back very quickly. And it's going to come up with a face-off down to Glass's right. LeBreche. Wood off of his stick for Noel, and a kick save from Bruzy. Up along the backside, Glass. Riley Smith was looking perhaps to get that one to Simo. Simo didn't step for it, but he's able to shuffle it back into the zone. Wood chases it. Along the backside boards, it's continued to be worked out by the Prout offense. Simo fired, and in the way of it was Hayes. And getting dumped down in the corner, no call from the referees. This one's going to come all the way down for icing. And skating his way to the bench was Mason Karamides, who took a hard spill. Face-off won by the Eagles. Almeida as Forcier just threw one on net. Out in the neutral zone, that puck can be spun off of Gamba's stick and sent down by Squires. Gorman as he pins Burnett to the backside boards. Aiden Forcier on his own. Forcier fires one, and it goes up into the netting behind Bruzy and out of play. Gamba. Roberts off of his stick. All the way back will go the 17 of Malari as he's chased by Vieira. Malari. Hayes as it pops up off the sideboards for Max Costello. reaching for Mark Roberts and icing. This one will come all the way down. Icing will be the call. We'll go back from whence we came and do it again. Prout Crusaders come in second place in the standings right now at 5-3-0. Barrington Eagles coming in 4-7-0. Ninth place in the standings. Though they are separated by one win, that is how crushed the standings are. And with 6.5 left to go in the third period, we are finally going to get our first penalty of the game. And it's going to be against the Prout Crusaders. And it's going to send the 18 of John Gaffney to the box. 2 minutes for tripping. So Barrington gets the first power play of the game as Gaffney in the box for tripping. Hayes around the backside as that's pinned along the boards by Snow. It was pulled out, and here goes Roberts the other way. Roberts taken down, and that'll negate the power play. Is to the box. We'll go Curdy Wood for hooking. Cody Wood, 2 minutes for hooking negates the power play. Will play 4 aside for 1:37. Before we'll have a very brief Prout power play. Along the sideboards and then peeled off by Roberts, taken away instead by Almeida. Back for Roberts. Roberts fired one that goes up off of the chest of Bruzy and drops along the backboards. Kicked aside after the attempt from Malari. Caught up in the wickets of Almeida. It could be swept away for a moment by Hayes. My apologies, check that. It's the 22 of Snow as Bruzy jumps out to stamp that one. 58 seconds remaining in the 4-on-4 before a brief power play will come for Prout. 5.5 left to go here in regulation. And the Crusaders still trailing by 2 to these Barrington Eagles. An upstart Eagles side this season. Chased by Gamba. Taken away by Hayes. As he's pinned along the backboards, works with Watts. As Mason Karamidas in the way defensively for the Crusaders. Hayes and Watts still along the sideboards with Malari and Karamidas. Kept by Eric Hall at the blue line. Hall past Karametis, got that one into the corner for Hayes, and he flicked one that was shoulder padded aside by Glass. 5 seconds will bring the end of the penalty assessed to Gaffney. He's out of the box. Prout is 5-on-4 for 20 seconds. As taken out of the play hard was the 10 of Karametis, and that one will get sent all the way back down smartly from Connor Hayes. 3, 2, and 1, as that will release Wood out of the box, and we're 5 aside for the final 4. Simo will carry this one himself across the neutral zone. Simo fires, scores! Tyler Simo coast to coast as he brings one back, and it's 3-2. And they put the goal on the wrong side of the board. Scoreboard! 3-2. There you go. Force of habit of Barrington scoring so many goals, and they put that one on the wrong side of the scoreboard. 3 and change left to go here in what has now become a tight 3-2 game. Into the back corner for Trevor Snow. Off the sideboards, Gorman keeps this one in, as that one will fly all the way across, deflected off for Caleb Burnett. Burnett chases it with Wood chasing him. Wood gets there first and is able to kick that one away from Burnett. Round for Drake Almeida. Watts, Chase Watts, and that one got kicked aside by Glass. And a whistle and a stoppage of play with 2 and change left to go. Looped all the way around. Mark Belcher carried by the 6 of Roberts, and that one went dangerously close to being put in. Gamba. Watts and Hayes. Right in front for Watts, and that one may have hit bodies before actually even reaching Glass. Gamba flicks this one along the sideboards by his bench, kept in by Squires. Costello, and it can be dumped all the way back down by Watts as the Eagles go for a line change inside of the final 2 to play. Belcher. Forcier off the edge of the glove of Bruzy will come all the way back into the neutral zone from Molari. Caleb Burnett for Forcier. Owen Glass still in the net down to our left. Now he starts to skate out a little bit as the puck is going to pop up into the netting and out of play. Faceoff will be down to the right of Bruzy. And if Prout wins this, no, they're just going to go now. They're going to pull Owen Glass now and go 6-on-5 right from the faceoff. Does anyone call timeout? No. Here we go. Minute 24 left to go. 6-on-5 for the Crusaders. Empty net to our broadcast left. Popped over top of the blue line. Karamidas backtracks it. Flicked down into the zone and be caught and held by Bruzy in a stoppage of play with 1:09. One by the Crusaders, looped all the way around, poke checked out of the zone, being chased hard by the 22 of Snow, and he took a whack at it as it was headed towards an empty net. Watts round the backside. That one was deflected away, and it will be pushed out of the zone. This will come for Forcier. Aiden Forcier has that one hit off of the 6 of Gorman. 40 seconds left as it rolls back through the neutral zone. Forcier and Gamba alongside the 9 of Burnett as Forcier gets tripped down. Cannot be kept in at the blue line. Gets poked back out in the neutral zone. Karamidas has it. And offside is called. .22 to go. Timeout called by the Prout Crusaders. We'll take a brief timeout as well. You're watching Rhode Island High School hockey on Fans Only Sports Network.
Game On mouthguards. Game On mouthguards have superior shock absorbency, are impervious to viruses and bacteria, and also is the only mouthpiece ever to earn the American Dental Association's seal of acceptance.
Back here on Fans Only Sports Network, 3-2 Barrington over the Prout Crusaders. 22 seconds left to play as Prout has called a timeout. Prout came into the game 5-3-0 on the season. Barrington coming in 4-7-0. As this one will get bottled up. Karamidas trying to strike through. Gets all sorts of tied up as getting dumped down in the corner was Wood. He takes a look up at the scoreboard as it comes all the way down. Gamba has it. Flicks it back into the neutral zone. Caught by Forcier. Dropped through. Gamba one more attempt. Horn sounds and the Barrington Eagles have beaten the Prout Crusaders. Conference standings wise, Barrington will go to 3-4-0 in the conference. Prout will fall to 5-4-0. Overall, it moves Barrington to 5-7-0, moves Prout to 5-4-0, and it will push the Barrington Eagles up into 4th place in the conference and into, bizarrely, a tie for 2nd place overall. Did not think we would be talking about that one. But this season is an absolute crush. And it's going to be a fun race to late February, early March. We'll have plenty more action for you coming up on Friday. That'll do it for us here From Portsmouth Abbey, thanks so much for tuning in today on Fans Only Sports Network. I'm Matt Gillis. Have a great night. Eagles win 3-2.